let's talk about an unfortunately increasing phenomenon where a lot of people are falling prey to cyber attacks. People are losing money. And we've spoken about this on this program before, but I think it bears repeating. And joining me today to speak about what is going on, what are the kinds of attacks that are taking place, and how you should protect yourself and the people that you know and can give advice to, I'm joined by Jiten Jain, who is the director of Voyager InfoSec. Jiten, thanks so much for taking the time. Let me start first of all by asking, what are the kinds of attacks that are taking place? Because the most common, of course, is phishing, which people are aware of, but give us a sense of what people are doing nowadays.
Thanks for having me. You see, if you talk about big corporations, banks, high-value individuals, you could talk about malwares and espionage campaigns. But when it comes to common man, there are essentially three, sort of threats they are facing. One is, of course, what you rightly pointed out is the phishing attacks, where they try and trick you to enter your credentials, passwords to steal your email passwords, banking passwords to social media accounts. Now, second sort of threat vector is through OTP frauds, where you get random calls about linking your Aadhaar card or PAN card to your bank account, or Amazon courier delivery scams that please give OTP that nobody is at home. They try and manipulate your psychology so that you are you believe in them to share an OTP which should come on SMS. Now that OTP could be of your email account, your bank account, your online transaction. It could be anything. Now there is a third threat vector which has emerged in the last 2 years, which is of digital arrest, where your psychology is manipulated, the fear is played on your mind by tricking you that your ward or your relative or colleague has been caught in some scam where drugs were found in his courier, or one of your children living in US has been arrested in a drug case, or you had ordered your phone number or your Aadhaar card has been used to obtain certain fake phone numbers which have been calling, used to carry out drug cartels or financial frauds. So and they impersonate themselves as CBI officers, CD officers. They show you fake warrants, they show you fake court orders, and people get threatened. People fall for them to save their public reputation. People are usually they might not get scared if there's a threat to them, but if you tell an elderly man there's a threat to their grandchildren or children, they usually fall for that scam. So that fear is being exploited on their minds to trap them into large scams where they are made to give their, forcefully made to transfer money on their own, and then the money is stolen. So this is new because these people are forced to transfer money themselves instead of somebody calling them.
Yeah, and so therefore, what is the recourse that they have, Jiten? Because ultimately, there is this golden window that people keep talking about. There is a number that you can call. So first, let's talk about that, and then beyond that, of course, prevention is better than cure. So, but first, what is the recourse if you have realized, and hopefully realized quickly, that somebody has conned you?
You see, first of all, there are two things available to you right at your, in your mobile phone. One, you could call up 1930 and complain about that you have been scammed or a particular number has threatened you or taken money or any wallet ID. So this is like an online zero FIR. You just have mobile number or bank account where the money went to, and that account will be frozen for next 48 hours, so that it gives you a golden window to go and file a formal FIR, and that money is frozen. And most of the times that money, sometimes come back because people are not able to liquidate or withdraw that money. Scammers are stuck. Now, but the point is that sufficient? Is that a great protection mechanism? In my opinion, no, because we are a country of 1.4 billion people where thousands of frauds are taking every day, and that helpline is completely saturated. It is overwhelmed. The response time sometimes is in days, and by the time money is already gone. So what I strongly advise to people are, behind every scam, the heart lies is an attempt to steal your money. And if you're able to protect that, you'll be able to protect yourself. So make sure that you never ever give your OTP to anyone under any circumstances. Second, I strongly advise people that no matter what you do, we are likely to fall for some sort of scam someday. So to secure your money, reduce your credit card limits to, let's say, 5,000 rupees or 6,000 rupees for online transactions or taps or POS machines. And this is not the bank issued limit. This is your internal limit, what you can use through an app. So that in case you have to do a transaction of 50,000 rupees or 70,000 rupees to buy a TV or anything, you could increase that limit on that day on the fly using an app. But for everyday use, routine use, keep that limit to 3,000, 4,000 rupees so that it saves your money even if there is a fraud. Two, always ensure that there is a limit to your online transactions, and you could open a second bank account where you just have 20,000 rupees and you use it for everyday net banking. The grand savings which you have in any account should be offline. This is not to instill fear that people should not trust in online banking, but by the time government fixes a way by a more robust mechanism of grievance redressal or saving your money, I think your safety lies in your own hands. So this is not fear mongering, but this is a way you could protect your money if you're not very tech savvy by opening a separate bank account which you use every day for on banking.
Yeah.
And the real savings should lie in a bank account which is not available online at all. Now, third, we must stop giving our mobile numbers and email ID at every shop, nook corners, shopping malls, for bills, OTPs. Just refuse. Don't give. If we are forced to give a fake number.
Yeah.
That's the best way.
Yeah, and very, very important, that last part. A lot of people, Jiten, think that they don't have a choice when they're asked for their numbers. And this is actually true that even when you go to visit a society, sometimes you have to fill a register and you have to put your number down. And I don't think that there should be a reason for you to put that number down if you're going to meet a relative or a friend, right? So, I mean, there's no reason when you buy a product that they require you to share a number as well. They can print out a receipt and give it to you. So,
they force you that receipt will come online on your SMS or WhatsApp. This is the whole problem. You must refute that I don't have a mobile number and I don't use email. Just give me a printed receipt. That's it.
Yeah.
And this is the whole problem, that every Tom, Dick and Harry today is asking for a mobile number and email ID on pretext of a gate pass, on pretext of entering a building, to issue a receipt, to give you some points, anything and everything. You are being forced to give a mobile number. So the best way is that either carry another number which is just used to give for marketing and public use, and your real number, at least one number which is linked to your bank account, should only be available to your family.
That's a great piece of advice, and I think that I myself am going to follow this. Jiten, thanks so much for joining in, for giving us that perspective. Pleasure having you. All right, there you go. So simple, practical advice that would hold you in good stead, and be aware is the most important thing to pay attention to. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is NDTV Profit.